The Berger Group presents The Berger Show.
I painted it, in the wonderful range of shades, in a finish that never fades. I painted every part, and though I'm not an artist, looks a work of art.
Hello, Maxie. What have you been doing?
Johnny, I just rang the wife up on the phone, but she never heard a word I said.
Why not?
We haven't got a phone. Look, I've been in town doing a bit of shopping, too, for the wife. I've got to buy her a new corset.
A new corset?
Yeah, I walked into the store and the fella said to me, he said, "What bust?" I said, "Nothing, they just wore out." But yesterday, Johnny, honestly, I bought her a beautiful new hat. But I've got to take it back in the morning.
What? The new hat you bought her?
Oh, it was a beauty, John. Look, the brim is trimmed with mink, some osprey feathers shooting out the back, crown's covered with gold sequins, and the whole thing is held on with a big diamond clip.
Sounds a beauty, Maxie. What does your wife want you to take it back for?
Well, after she's tried it on, John, she didn't think it was worth $4 and $11. Oh.
California, here I come, right back where I started from, where bowers of flowers bloom in the spring. Each morning at dawning, birdies sing, and everything a sun-kissed miss says, "Don't be late." That's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. California, here I come, right back where I started from, where bowers of flowers bloom in the spring. Each morning at dawning, birdies sing, and everything a sun-kissed miss says, "Don't be late." That's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I
come. And now truly we have the last word in wall paints, One Coat Chem Coat. One Coat Chem Coat is ready to use, easy to use, has a wonderful covering capacity that costs you less. There is no paint on the market to equal the wonderful new One Coat Chem Coat. One Coat Chem Coat flat enamel is ideal for all wall surfaces in your home. It dries to the touch in 2 hours, has a wonderful range of lovely colors, makes the perfect finish for amateur or professional. One Coat Chem Coat is without doubt the greatest wall finish, for One Coat Chem Coat is truly the last word in wall finishes. See your local stockist now and have a look at the wonderful colors on the Chem Coat color wheel. One Coat Chem Coat is washable, it's scrubbable. It's just the easiest paint to apply. And remember, one coat covers with One Coat Chem Coat. One Coat Chem Coat is available now from all leading paint and hardware stores.
again from the Berger Group, Mamie, Shirley, and Bruce with an arrangement of Sleigh Ride.
Bob, I was just thinking. Where are you going for your holidays this year?
Well, I haven't quite made up my mind yet, John.
Well, I wouldn't leave it too long if I were you, mate. Accommodation's quite a problem these days.
It certainly is. The last time the wife and I went away, we were motoring through the country, and we pulled up outside a little country hotel.
Mm-hmm.
She went in to see if she could book a room, whilst I waited out in the car.
Go on, what happened?
Well, she went in, and there was a little old guy sitting behind the desk reading the local paper. And my wife said,
Oh, excuse me. Have you any rooms?
Too bad about old Perkins' cow being run over by that train, wasn't it?
I said, have you got any rooms?
Can't figure out how it happened. Either the train was late or the cow must have been ahead of time.
Look, I'm not interested in cows. I want a room.
Oh, how big a room do you and the cow want?
I don't want a room with a cow. Why don't you pay attention to me? You can't find a room by looking at that newspaper, can you?
Well, yes, I guess I can. Here's one that sounds nice. Beautiful room in private house for a lady with plenty of gas.
Now, look here, mister. I don't want a room in a private home. I want a hotel.
Oh, have you tried this hotel? We've got some lovely rooms here.
I've been trying to get a room here.
Oh, and they're all filled up, eh? Too bad. You'd have been comfortable here.
Look, are you the proprietor?
No, he sold out to me. I'm running the place now.
Well, look, will you please rent me a room?
I might. That's if the rates ain't too high. What do you charge by the day?
Oh, look, is this the lunatic asylum?
No, down the street 3 blocks and turn left.
I don't want the lunatic asylum. I've got my husband waiting outside in the car while I try and book a room.
Oh, well, let's see what I've got left. You want a husband for your room?
No, I don't want a husband.
Why don't you get a divorce then? People can't seem to make up their mind these days. Let's see now. Do you want to sleep on the north side or the south side?
Listen, mister, when I go to sleep, I sleep on both sides.
Well, come this way and I'll show you where to find the elevator.
Oh.
When we install one.
You mean you haven't got an elevator yet?
No, only got 1 floor here and no basement, so there won't be anywhere for it to go. We're putting in one though next week.
You've got only 1 floor and no basement, and yet you're putting in a lift next week?
Right, she's a special. Run sideways.
Ah,
Here you are. Here's your room.
well, looks more like a broom cupboard.
It is.
There's no window in here.
That's right. We figured if we put a window in this room, the sun would come through and fade the carpet, so we didn't put the window in.
But there's no carpet there either.
That's right, we took it out. It's too faded.
And there's not even electric light in the room.
That's right. It disturbs the people in the room opposite.
Oh, that's all very well, but what about their light disturbing me?
It won't. They haven't got a light either.
But look, I won't be able to see at night time.
Can't help that. Didn't you read the notice?
What?
We charge by the day.
Hey, wait a minute. There's no bed in this room.
That's right. Used to squeak too much. We had to take it out. We'll have to sleep sitting up.
Well, I suppose that's better than nothing, but well, what'll I sit on? There's no chair.
Well, you can't expect everything. This isn't one of these modern city hotels, you know.
Oh, what a hotel. What a room. No window, no carpet, no light, no bed, no chair. Oh, well, I suppose we'd better make the best of it. I'll just step into the room and get as comfortable as I can. Good night.
Good night. Oh, forgot to tell you. No floor either.
She brings her father, her mother, her sister, and her brother. Oh, I never see Maggie alone. She brings her uncles and cousins. She's got 'em by the dozens. I never see Maggie alone. And if I phone her, say to her sweet, where shall we meet? Supposing that we eat, she brings her father, her mother, her sister, and her brother. Oh, I never see Maggie alone. I bought a roadster, 2-seated. I even had it heated so that I could see Maggie alone. While we were riding and kissing, the engine started missing, and we were a long way from home. I got right out then, fast as I could, found what was wrong. For when I raised the hood, there was her father, her mother, her sister, and her brother. Oh, I never see Maggie alone. One day she said she was wishing that I could take her fishing, so I knew I'd see Maggie alone. In the canoe there, we two there, went gliding over water, far from the noise of her home. I threw the line in, thought I'd catch trout. I got a bite and pulled the line right up. There was her father, her mother, her sister, and her brother. Oh, I never see Maggie alone.
Why did you let me sing a song in the Berger Show one night?
Well, that might be an idea. What kind of songs do you like to sing, Max? Pops, love songs,
Sentimental.
sentimental, eh? Like what, for instance?
Like a little piece here, John. It's all about a boy who's leaving home to go away and make his fortune.
This should be very good.
Little boy's going to sail away in a big ship and his mother is there with him. And they're bidding each other farewell at the quay.
Oh, it's in Sydney.
Yeah, at the quay. Lad's gone away and make his fortune and bring it all home to his mother.
This should be very nice, Maxie.
Oh, it's a lovely song.
Go right
Thank
ahead.
you. How the good ship was sailing away. The boy heaved a bitter sigh. It took him an hour and a quarter to say goodbye. Said he, I will bring home a fortune. His mother did not doubt him. And while they were bidding each other goodbye, the ship sailed away without him.
Just a moment, Maxie. That's quite nice, but yet it sounds silly to me.
Why, John?
The ship sailed away without him.
Well, the ship couldn't get out of the dock.
Why not?
Well, the gate of the dock was locked.
Well, couldn't they quite easily have opened the lock of the dock?
Not while the lad was standing on the quay. Oh, the ship sailed away without
And now, this time, by way of a contrast, let's hear from our special guest artist in tonight's Berger Show. It's the sensational Australian zither stylist, Chris Christensen. With the Berger Group, he introduces his own interpretation of Chinatown.
Hemlow, the colors of the rainbow, all the features of a new room, a green room, a blue room are offered now to you.
And you. A sparkling kitchen.
A spotless bathroom.
Beautiful furniture.
Glowing woodwork.
Colorful toys.
Just a few features of Chem Glow, the miracle full gloss enamel. Chem Glow dries in a few hours to a lustrous, durable finish which looks and washes like baked enamel. So, choose Chem Glow, the perfect finish for the modern kitchen and bathroom. Use it just once, and sure enough,
You will want to let the world know how ChemGlow has made all your painting dreams come true.
ChemGlow makes your dreams come true.
Yes, it's time for the Berger Best Story Corner. Listeners are invited to send in funny or humorous stories for big cash prizes. If it's your story we select and present, you will receive £5. But should your entry be submitted on a Bergergram, the prize is doubled and £10 is paid. Bergergrams are obtainable at your local Berger stockist. Tonight's winning story was submitted on a Bergergram by Mr. J. Fowler of Kilcunda, Victoria, who, by the way, secured his Bergergram from Berger stockist Alan Young of Oakley. There's £10 for you, Mr. Fowler, for this story. We take you back to the 1940-1918 war. The scene is in the front lines in France. Harry and George are in the trenches waiting to go over the top. George is grumbling.
What are you growling about, George?
What am I growling about? This bloomin' trench I'm sitting in is wet. I've lost me helmet, my rifle's broke, and we're going over the top in half an hour.
Yes, half an hour later they went over the top, and the next time Harry and George meet is in heaven. George is still grumbling.
What are you growling about now, George?
What am I growling about? This bloomin' cloud I'm sitting on's wet. I've lost me halo, my harp strings are broken, there's band practice in half an hour.
Congratulations, Mr. Fowler, for that story. £10 to you, sir, with the compliments of the Berger Group. So easy, isn't it? Remember, send your entries, your funny stories, to the Berger Best Story Corner, care of the station to which you're listening. And remember, obtain your Bergergrams from your local Berger stockist.
You can't brush me off as you would a speck of powder. You may try, but you can't brush me off.
Oh, no, you can't shout me down. You can yell, but I'll yell louder. You can try, but you can't brush me off.
You can say you're out, but I'll keep phoning. You can tell me goodbye.
You can tell me, but I won't go. Oh, no, you can't leave me cold as you would a plate of chowder. You can try, but you can't brush me off.
Oh, no, you can't brush me off as you would a fresh mosquito. You can try, but you can't brush me off.
Bragging again, Bob? You know you can't lock me out like a frightened farmer's daughter. You can try, but you can't brush me off. You can drop a hint, but I won't take it. You can tell me bad news.
I intend to refuse to go.
So you can't give me that as you would a late porter.
You can try, but you can't brush me off.
The other afternoon in one of our suburban homes, Dad had gone down to the local to back a good thing in the last race. Mum and the family had decided to have a small investment on this horse also. So now let's pick them up when they're anxiously awaiting the outcome of the result.
Oh dear, I do wish we had a wireless. This waiting at home in suspense is terrible, isn't it? If your father's luck changes, perhaps we can buy one.
I hope Dad's horse wins too, Mum.
Just fancy me getting 33 to 1 about it. Clarence, how much is 33 2 and sixpences?
I've told you twice already, Mum. 33 2 and sixpences is £4 2 and 6.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You had a shilling on it, didn't you, Clarence?
Yes, Mum.
What are you going to do with your money if it wins?
Well, I haven't made up my mind yet. I might put a deposit on a new bike.
Well, that'll be lovely. I'm glad you've got 9pence on it, haven't you?
Yes, Mum.
Oh, I do hope the race is soon over and we know we've won. I'm going to buy that new dress I saw in town. That'll give her next door something to crow about.
Listen, Mum, and don't go building yourself up. Suppose the horse don't win.
Now, that'll just about be enough for you, Clarence. If your father says it'll win, it will win.
But Dad's good things don't always win, Mum.
Now, listen to me. Don't you talk like that. You'll go and mouse it. Your father says the horse is a certainty. He knows a fella that knows the fella that knows the jockey. And he says it's an SP job.
Well, I hope he's right. I got me last dinner on it.
The race must be nearly on now, shouldn't it, Mum?
Oh, I think it should be. Now, Yes, it's gone 4:45. Hurry up for your life, Gladys. Go on up to Mrs. Johnson's fence and see if you can hear it on her wireless. Now, go on, go for your life.
All right, Mum.
Clarence, how much is 33 2 and sixpences again?
I've told you a dozen times already, Mum. £4 2 and 6.
Oh.
Look, I'm as anxious as you are, so don't worry.
I'm not a bit worried. I've always said your father ought to go to the races on Saturday instead of putting our commissions on SP. Your father could do much better on the course.
Hey, Mum, here
What?
comes Gladys.
Oh, Glad, come on, dear, don't keep us near the fence. Did it win?
No, got beat by half a head. It ran second.
It ran seconds? Oh, I'll never back another one of your father's tips as long as I live.
I told you so, I told you so.
That'll do. You keep quiet, I'll give you a slush in the ear. Bad enough having your father waste our money without having to take cheap from you.
Well, I'm entitled to a bit of a moan myself. I did a dinner in cold blood.
Well, look, we'll have to get even with your father some way.
Doing what?
Oh, I don't... Oh, I know. I'll tell you what we'll do. When he comes in, let's pretend we can't hear a word he says. Make him think he's gone dumb.
Make him think he's gone dumb?
Yes.
You'll scare the daylights out of him.
Well, that's exactly what I want to do. Now, don't forget, when he talks, remember, you can't hear a word he says. Oh, give it to him. Getting me to put half a crown on a mug horse.
Hey, look out, Mum.
What?
Here comes Dad now.
Shh. Now, remember what I told you.
Go on, Harry. See you later, Jack.
Fix
See you
them.
later, fellas.
Well, Mum, we were stiff, you know. You've lost. I said you've lost. Got beaten by a whisker. I don't mind backing a loser, but to get beaten by half head and not back it each way, a man can be stiff. What's the matter with you all around here? You all deaf or something?
Oh, hello, Dad. When did you come in? We didn't hear you.
You didn't hear me?
Sit down, Father. You must be tired. Clary, go and get your father's slippers. Gladdy, get your father's pipe.
So what's the matter with all of you? I told you you've lost.
Well, why don't you say something, Dad? We're all waiting to hear about the horse.
Say something. I've been bellowing my lungs out. Haven't I told you 3 times? You've lost your money.
Clarence, I do believe your father's trying to say something. What's the matter, Max? Maxie, can't you speak?
Can't I speak? I've been busted me innards out, nearly yelling at you. What's the matter? You all gone deaf. Can't you hear me?
Daddy's lost his voice. Daddy's lost his voice.
Don't be a dill. What's the matter with you?
Father, what's wrong with you? You can't seem to make a sound.
Yes, Dad, speak up and say something. You're worrying, Mum. Should be having hysterics.
I'll give you hysterics in a minute, you big gawk. Here's me straining me lungs out yelling at you. Can't you hear me?
Oh, Clarence, I think you better go and get a doctor. Your father's not well. Look, he's making movements with his mouth and there's not a sound coming out. Oh, go for the doctor, quick.
Go for the doctor. Go for the undertaker. He's the bloke that'll be needed here in a minute. Now, get out of the lot of you. Go on out, you. Get every one of you.
Children, come on over, but your father's going mad.
Oh, go and have a bath, you silly old fowl.
Mum, what's Dad trying to say?
You get out of here too, you overgrown poss.
Come on, quickly, your father's going up his head. Quick, come on.
Oh, so they've all walked out and left me. Can't hear a word I say. Reckon I've gone dumb. Hello? Hello? Hear myself plain enough. Nothing wrong with me. I can hear myself.
Hey, Maxie, are you there? There, Maxie?
What do you want, Johnny?
Did you hear about it?
Not so loud. I may be dumb, but I'm not deaf.
What's eating you? Didn't you hear about it?
Hear about what?
You left the pub too early. There was a protest in the last. It was uphill. Your horse won after all.
What? You mean to say my horse got in after all on a
Yeah,
protest?
yes, right.
What did you say? What's that? What?
Your horse won after all on a protest.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, children, come on, we backed the winner. Oh, the horse won after all. Clarence, how much is 33 2 and sixpences again? Oh, and just wait until Mrs. Next Door sees me in my
No,
new
wait a minute. Wait, you heard that, did you?
Yes.
Well, just a minute.
Why, what, dear?
I forgot to put your money on. Can you hear that? tell you about the time I was in darkest Africa?
No, I don't think so.
Have you ever been in darkest Africa?
No.
Then I can speak freely. As soon as I arrived, John, the British consul sent for me and he said, Maxie, I'm glad you're here. I'm having a lot of trouble in the interior.
Trouble in the interior,
Yeah.
eh? What did you advise?
Sedlitz powders. I told him I thought I could fix it, so he sent me a tributary of the Zambezi River.
Yes?
Small stream known as the Upper Jumper. And when I landed on the bank, I was confronted with 5,000 pygmies.
How many?
1,000 pygmies.
How many?
Well, one pygmy, anyway.
That's better. What was he doing?
Well, he was guarding the gate to the forbidden land of the Canadios. I said to the pygmy, can I see the Canadios? And he said, you haven't got Buckleys. So then I tore into the jungle, and I know you won't believe me, Johnny, but I saw it with my own eyes.
What?
A lion and a lioness were walking through the jungle when suddenly they came to a clearing in which were feeding 5 gnus.
News.
Gnus, G-N-U-S, you know, animals like cows with horns.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, the lioness said to the lion, I'm hungry. And the lion said, fear not, my pet. I'll get you something to eat right away. And with this, he crawled forward into the open clearing, and with one sweep of his mighty claw, he killed the 5 of them. And then turning to his wife...
What did he say?
He said, and that is the end of the news. Would all relay stations please resume their own program?
One Coat Chemcoat is here. One Coat Chemcoat, the wonder flat wall enamel that covers in one coat wallboards, ceilings, masonite. One Coat Chemcoat is ready to use and easy to use. Visit your local paint store now and plan to give your home a new look with One Coat Chemcoat. One Coat Chemcoat is a member of the Chem family. Chem Glow full gloss or semi-luster enamel, Chem Tone matte wall finish, and now One Coat Chemcoat. One Coat Chemcoat is available in the most beautiful colors you've ever seen. One Coat Chemcoat is a product of the Berger Group of Companies, and Berger Paints keep on keeping on.
I want to hear it again, I want to hear it again. The old piano roll blues. We're sitting at an upright, Miss Speedy and me, pushing on the pedals, making sweet harmony. When we hear rinkety-tink and we hear blinkety-blink, we cuddle closer it seems, and while we kiss, kiss, kiss away all our cares, we play pianos, play razzmatazz. I want to hear it again, I want to hear it again. The old piano roll blues. The old piano roll blues. Pushing on the pedals, making sweet harmony. When we hear rinkety-tink and we hear blinkety-blink, we cuddle closer it seems, and while we kiss, kiss, kiss away all our cares, we play pianos, play razzmatazz. I want to hear it again, I want to hear it again. The old piano roll blues, the blues.
You have been listening to The Berger Show with Stella Lamont, Pam Corrigan, guest artists Chris Christensen, Bruce Clark,
Shirley Redford, Bob Horsfall, Mamie Reed, John McMahon, and Maxie Reddy.
Wonderful range of shades in a finish that never fades. I painted every part, and though I'm not an artist, looks a work of art.
Next week, same time on the same stations, the Berger Group will again present The Berger Show.
It's the Berger Show.